My name is Jonathan Willis. I'm the officer in the famous photo of the two snipers on the roof at Trump's rally. I came here to inform the public that I had the assassin in my sights for at least 3 minutes, but the head of the Secret Service refused to give the order to take out the perp. 100% of the top brass prevented me from killing the assassin before he took the shots at President Trump. Americans, I fucking kneel. The kings of entertainment, the most high-energy, chaotic events always happen in the US of A. Assassinations, political intrigues, people driving tanks on the street, airplanes hitting skyscrapers, trucks exploding federal buildings, cops mag-dumping people, and people mag-dumping cops, mass shootings, backroom deals, coups, counter-coups, and everything in between. I kneel. What a high-energy country. Burger Bros, thanks for all the happenings. BlackRock has the most invested and the most to gain in Ukraine. Trump will bring peace to Ukraine, which is bad for business, thus he had to go. The shooter is confirmed to have been in a BlackRock commercial. I love that the schizos of the GOP are going this direction, not because this is right. There's a small chance of sheer coincidence. It's more that Larry Fink is the biggest piece of shit in the world. He really is like cartoonishly evil bros. All of this LGBT BLM becoming a state religion, all the incompetence of our institutions at every level, and disenfranchisement, especially of certain men, is due to his leadership and financial management. You likely have no idea how deep it goes. He is more like a cancer on global society. Unlike Soros, he has tangible power that has an impact on all our daily lives. Makes an old fat proud, Desu. We are so back. Some big stuff is going to come out about Jeffrey Epstein to slip under the radar while everyone is talking about Trump. Keep your eyes open. Epstein wanted to seed the entirety of the human race with his DNA. He funded Harvard along with Charles Lieber, Wuhan lab, to COVID-19. He's the actual Antichrist, trying to genetically engineer the planet. He also worked with Sergey Brin, sequencing the human genome. Charles Lieber somehow is walking free and back to China. Let's not forget how Trump cracked down on Chinese spies. Also, if you look into the island of Mallorca, you'll find out Epstein paid for Wexner's yacht, which was commonly found there. This sex trafficking island is frequented by the Obamas, the Clintons, and DiCaprio, etc. Real schizo award for this one. I'll just leave this here. In a shocking turn of events, the FBI has revealed that Thomas Matthew Crooks, the suspect behind the failed assassination attempt on President Trump's life at a rally last Saturday, was part of a sinister plot to spark a civil war in the United States. Crook, who was shot and killed by law enforcement during the incident, was found to have ties to a neo-Nazi group known as the Order of the Nine Angles, O9A. According to the FBI's investigation, Crooks had been masquerading as a leftist activist, attending protests and rallies to spread disinformation and fuel the flames of discord. However, in reality, he was working to accelerate the country towards a state of civil war. Crook's actions were a classic case of controlled opposition, said FBI Director Christopher Wray. He pretended to be the one thing to gain people's trust, all the while working to bring out chaos and destruction. The O9A's ideology is rooted in the belief that chaos and violence are necessary to bring about a new world order. They see the current political climate as an opportunity to manipulate and exploit, and Crooks was their willing pawn. We're lucky to have stopped him when we did. FBI Special Agent Rachel Jenkins. The revelation has sent shockwaves throughout the country, with many calling for increased vigilance and action against domestic terrorism. Quote, "This is a wake-up call for all of us," said Senator Mark Warner. "We need to take a hard look at the rise of extremist groups and the spread of disinformation. We can't let the crooks of the world dictate our future. 1. The FBI has launched a nationwide investigation into the O9A and its affiliates, with multiple arrests already made. 2. The Department of Homeland Security has issued a warning to all law enforcement agencies to be on high alert for potential threats. 3. A bipartisan committee has been formed to address the growing threat of domestic terrorism and explore legislative solutions." Why do ritoids always eat themselves? He's a registered Republican who last voted in 2022 during the midterms. So no, he didn't register Republican to vote for Haley, because he literally didn't participate in the presidential primaries at all. He loves guns, and one of his classmates says he leaned Republican. One of the classmates, Zach Bradford, said he had taken American history and government classes with him, and he appeared to be incredibly intelligent, and that his views in high school seemed slightly right-leaning. Seemed right-wing. Ah, yes, totally reliable. It's clear this was a homicidal libcuck in a mostly Democratic-run part of Pittsburgh who donated to Act Blue through his 2 Democrat-registered parents. He then registered Republican 1 year later to fuck with primaries. He was radicalized by lefty politics and decided to take matters into his own hands. He wore a gun-tuber shirt to blend in, although he knows nothing about guns, evident by his aim. This wasn't some mentally ill retard schizo poll says he won $500 for math and science. This dude was not dumb. Clearly a lefty. Reasons why a rightoid schizo would want to shoot Trump in the ear. 8. Actually believed all the GOP screeching about degenerates, heartbroken when Trump turned out to be besties with Epstein. 7. Mad at Trump for supporting, 6. Ron DeSantis or Vivek supporter. 5. Jeb's revenge. 4. Mad at Trump for distancing the GOP from pro-life. The Barbarinos. 3. Full schizo tier, thought Trump had promised him the vice presidency and would announce it on the 4th of July. Got mad when Trump didn't follow through. 2. Missed him on purpose, happy to give his life and the life of bystanders. Also, Trump can decide to have a cute photo op. This is what conspiratards actually believe. 1. Realize that Trump's speeches have been full of pronouns the whole time. The shooter was Republican. Glowies and full-on damage control, I see. I am now reminding you that we have no idea where this picture came from. Or this one. This website is almost 20 years old. You have no idea how many Andalans are in the field and power with access, with clearance. You don't even know what I do. Just the one photo, yes, it's very strange. Also, we'll hear nothing about the shooter's motivations. It will be hushed up like the Tranifesto. This one is by far more wild. What even is this angle? Security camera? Drone? The dead body was probably just a pic a cop sent to his friends and it spread from there. It looks pretty clearly that it came from the same roof the shooter is being depicted on. These photos were both leaked by event security people. Very strange, because I remember the first post I saw with this pic, someone said they got it off a Telegram channel. He was in a BlackRock advert. He was in a BlackRock advert. He was in a BlackRock advert. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to keep doing this. What do you guys think is happening in the Trump got killed timeline? What do you guys think? In the Trump is killed timeline, I think you'll see a lot of anger from Trump supporters. I think the news is doing 24/7 coverage like what happened after 9/11, and all of the major lefty types are calling for peace and saying they didn't want this to happen and that the shooter was an insane loner or whatnot. Biden's and Kamala's security details beefed up to 1 million, and Republicans say they will elect a new candidate at the upcoming convention. We'd have absolute cinema. Nothing cool ever happens, man. Full-on civil war, and this isn't 1860, it would be every state in civil war. People would probably accept the right winning until they realized who's going to lead afterwards, and then the real shit show would begin. There's only one timeline, dickhead, no multiverse. Go back to watching Marvel slop. Fed post alert, all-out civil war I hope. Trees are full of fill in the blanks. Glowies are running scared shitless. Blanks are in hiding. Everything is in chaos. We ended up in the wrong timeline. From a different timeline. Woke up this... I'm not reading this one. Not on YouTube. Anand-kun, you need to hear this. Feds love to groom loser kids just like you, who sit online all day with absolutely zero friends, zero role models, zero family members, or parents worth a shit, exploiting some form of uninhibited hatred regarding something from your childhood. All this incel shit and other sad communities for people aged less than 23 are meticulously designed as a literal CIA anger crack manufacturing hub to seek those most susceptible, meeting the previously listed conditions, groom them in private to conspire, commit whatever action best fits the U.S. current geopolitical need. All the big boy agencies like DHS, FBI, Secret Service right now this month are renegotiating their budgets. There is zero coincidence things get so chaotic with bullshit like the Lockbit Federal Reserve hack fake, and Feds bust plot to blow up SEG substations in New Jersey. Literally some Down syndrome kid whose only accomplishment is Boy Scouts, and they brought him in an international flight to Russia. There is zero coincidence in our Russia shit, and this kid having a Russian-sounding name, re current geopolitical landscape. They let the Trump assassin just chill on a roof with a rifle, lol. So anon, the CIA handles the cultural engineering with the FBI being the hands-on. Won't someone just step in? Decide to assassinate the president. Have a clear shot at a man who is the size of a city block. Have ridiculous amount of time to aim and take shot. Miss, 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 miss. Hit 3 randos instead. Thank you, retardy Oswald.